Welcome to Random and Desperate. I hope you're all well, and I hope you're hearing this podcast in good health and in a happy place. Now, today's podcast, I'm going to tell you about Random's new girlfriend, Random's new fiance, how I think, how I feel. I'm not going to tell personal details about her, about this beautiful, lovely young lady from Blackpool. I'm going to tell how I feel about her and how I think about her, my worries and the strains of a relationship with a girl, with another living person. Now, as you're well aware, I'm a YouTuber and I do a lot of blogs on YouTube, which is one of my favourite pastimes to do. But I never thought the overwhelming response I would get of my fans, of my ladies, of my gentlemen. There is people out there who really do like my content, and some get quite obsessive. Some get really involved in Random and Desperate, and you do get lots of girls and people contact you, showing you pictures of interesting, let's just say, vases of life. And I've never really been really interested in it, to be honest with you. Don't get me wrong, I'm a man and I like the female attention and the male attention, and I don't mean it in that kind of way. I like people connecting to me, and I know, I'm aware that people, for whatever reason, find me funny and an interesting character. And when I started this blog, I never thought this would become. But I soon realised when I did YouTube that it is a vessel, a dating app for YouTubers. Now, don't get me wrong, people. It was never, ever intended for that. It was just a way for me to cope with the general of life. The loss of my two little girls, the loss of my two hearts. And I wanted to document what I got up to one day, if I'm ever not here, which terrifies me more than ever, is they could look back and see what their dad is all about, and something to be proud of, something to say when they are old and when they have their own children, that they could say, that's my dad on YouTube. Look how he lived. Look what he did. Oh, I can't believe my dad did that. And that's why I did it. That's why I started the YouTube and this Random and Desperate character which I created. And I did it for a few years, and then there's people contacting me, as I said, and it was, let's just say, some of it was quite inappropriate, because I have not been in a relationship for a long time, folks, a long time. I'm talking years. I said to myself, I would never ever trust a woman again. Never trust a lady to have my heart so they could abuse it. Because I have got a flaw, people. Some people say, I'll be honest with you, some people say it's a gift, Random. It's a gift. But I see it as a flaw. I am a genuinely nice guy. I see the positive and the happiness in every situation. I don't get angry. I don't shout and bawl. I generally am nice. And when you do get close to me, you'll find I'll do anything for you, folks. Anything. Even the slightest things like getting a cup of tea. When you're down, I'll be there. When you're sad, I'll be there. When you cry, I'll be there. No matter if it's a relationship or a friend. I'm the one of the people you can trust 100%. And I'm one of the people who can give your heart to me, in a friend variety or relationship variety. But then I knew doing these YouTube, I would actually meet someone. I knew it. Every instinct told me that. Not at the start, but as I gathered popularity, I knew someone would capture my heart. And the trick is, to capture my heart is just be nice to me. And don't show me pictures of your boobs, or don't show me pictures of your axe wounds. Just be nice and have a conversation with me about life as general. A bit of flirting is fine, but just be normal. And then that day come. There was a girl from Blackpool. She contacted me by messenger. I have like a Facebook page, and she must have clicked on my name and sent me a message. And she was and I answered her, and she was thrilled that this YouTube guy got in contact. And we talked for a couple of weeks on Messenger, quite a lot. And then it turned into phone calls. And then we got closer and closer and closer, and eventually we did meet. There was a few issues at the start. It's like any relationship. The most vulnerable time in any relationship is at the start, because you've got to get used to each other. You've got to find your dirty habits and their dirty habits, and they've got to get used to it, as well as the positives and the negatives of relationship. But when it started, when I could see this is going somewhere random, this could be a potential girlfriend, I shit myself, folks. I was scared, to be honest with you. I didn't want someone to take my vulnerability, which is my niceness. I didn't want someone to abuse it again, and it terrified me. It really did. And even to this day, usually I've always said never again. Never again will Random, or Steve, as that's my real name, would go down that hill again. But I did. There was something about this girl. There's something about her. She intrigued me. She was really good. She was dead kind, dead thoughtful, and we got on so well. And we talked for hours, and I mean hours. And we talk about everything. We make each other laugh, me with my silly ways, and we really did. And more we got used to each other, more it terrified me that my heart would be broken again by another female. And did I want to stop it? At the start, I wouldn't say stop it. That's the wrong way to say. But I was nervous and of someone doing it again. But for whatever reason, I didn't end it, or I didn't want it to end. I loved the conversations. Every morning when I woke up, instead of just getting on with life as a general guy and doing YouTube and going to work and going to the pub and seeing my friends, for once, I had someone to think about in the morning. First time when you wake up in the morning, that first thought was for her. And even to this day, even now, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I still think of her. First thing, I think of her. And I knew this was going because the feelings which I was getting inside, these strong, overwhelming feelings of being in a relationship again. And now I'm happy to tell you folks, this special girl from Blackpool, I'm engaged to. And does it scare me now? Of course it does. It really does. But I want to take the leap of faith now, folks. I want to move on with my life. I cannot be this random and desperate single guy who walks around the streets of Blackpool and the UK and the world. I do generally want now to be with someone, to be with this girl. There was something about her that gave me confidence in the world again, confidence in women again. There was something which I cannot describe. She was genuinely nice to me, thoughtful. Every time I rung, I didn't answer, she rung me back. We was texting each other, we were meeting each other. And it's been an adventure and been a journey, and it's not ended now. Even to this day, we are still very close. We still talk for hours on the phone. We still make each other laugh. And we've been going out for around about 6 months now. It still worries me, folks, that this rose could die. But I don't think it will. I think we have got something really special. Random has actually got a girlfriend who's now a fiance. And there is something else as well. Maybe I'll tell you one day, maybe I won't. But it's an adventure. It really is. Now, I've been hurt so much, folks, just like you, just like I, of relationships. Boys or girls. If you're a lady watching, if you're a bloke watching, you will know what I mean. Especially the falling to your own guy. You get sick of this game where you go into the dark forest to find your potential mate. And there is so many monsters out there. You just come out the forest, battered and bruised, ripped, shredded, teeth marks, scars, but you still go in again. You still go in them woods to find it. Now, I put a fence around them woods. I put a big barbed wire fence to stop me ever going into, ever taking the chance again. But there was a gap in this woods, and I went in it, and look where it's got me. I can say now I'm genuinely happy, and I generally, hopefully, got a future. Now, nothing's not perfect. Any relationship which you go through, there's always issues. But if you can get along 90% of the time, or even 50% of the time, you're onto a winner, folks. If you see this person as a friend, as well as a lover, you have got a jackpot. But you've got to work at it, folks. You've got to be honest, trustworthy, loyal to the person. Put them first no matter what the cost, and it'll work. Because as human beings, as people, as a living entity, if someone treats you really good, things will happen. If someone gives you joy, if someone gives you happiness, things will happen, folks. It's the evolution of life. That's how the game works. If someone's bad to you, you lose them eventually. You might be in a relationship. Let's just say you've been going out for a couple of years and they've been bad to you. Eventually, it won't work. It will not work. But if you get in a relationship what is good from the start, good luck. Good luck. Great things will happen. And one day you might be walking in them woods and find that special person. Not everyone finds them. Not everyone goes looking. I wasn't looking. I generally wasn't looking for another girlfriend. I didn't want one. Why would I want another girlfriend who would treat me bad, who would have bruised my nice nature, who would hurt my heart, put me in depression, put me in sadness, when I've got everything really what I want in this man cave. I've got my bed, I've got my PlayStation, I've got my friends, I've got my pub, I've got my hobbies. Why would I risk all that? Why would I go in the forest of doom and come back with scars? That's what I always thought. But now I don't. And hopefully, fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed, that this would work out. I'm going to give it a good go. I really am. I'm really going to give it a good go. And this is coming from a man who's been hurt by women. I had my 2 beautiful children and one took them off me. One stopped me seeing them, and it crucified me. It crucified me, folks. And that's when I said to myself, never again will I ever get involved in another relationship. I will not let one person do bad things to me anymore. And I honestly didn't think that nice people, nice girls didn't exist. And if they did exist, they would be taken. They would have had baggage. They would have had, let's just say, issues. But that's the fight. That's the gift in life, is working together through the issues, through the past, and concentrate on the now and hopefully a future. Have faith in the world, folks. Have faith in the world. Because it's happened to Random and it could happen to you. Don't give up on the forest. Go in there every time. Because you never know. One day you might go in the forest expecting the devil, but you could find an angel. You really could, folks. I know we've been hurt. I know we've been messed around. And whatever story, whatever's behind your eyes now, you know what I mean. But there is some angels out there. There is some generally people who don't want to hurt you, who don't want to bruise you, who don't want to take the piss. And all they want to do is love you. And be your friend and be your companion and be a lot more. So if I can do it, you can do it, folks. But let the past go. It ruined me for years, folks. For years. Let the past go and concentrate on the here and now. Because you could be missing an opportunity out there. You could be missing a very special person. Because if you was like me, the same predicament, there must be some people like me. That's what I used to think to myself. There must be genuinely nice people. But you've just got to find them. So don't go on any dating apps. Just let it happen randomly. I love that word. Let it happen completely random. It could be spontaneous by a friend introducing you. It could be in the pub. It could be in a car crash. It could be anywhere, folks. Don't give up on life. And if you can connect with that one special person, that one special living thing, and it works, you've hit the jackpot. As I've said this before, you've got to put that pound in that fruit machine and prepared to lose. Because one day, you'll win the jackpot. But don't give up. I give up. I went through the giving up stage. And it happened randomly. So don't go searching out there. Let's just see what tomorrow brings. And if you are in a loving relationship now, work at it. No matter what the cost is. Work on the difficulties. What doesn't work. Improve it. And do something important. Listen to the other person. And hopefully they listen to you. Any more tips from Random? Any more, let's just say, relationships advice? Easiest one, talk to each other, tell the truth and be honest. And don't give up. Don't give up. I give up. I said to myself, I would never meet anyone again. And I have done. I met Mrs. Random. And let me just say, if she is listening this, I want to give a private little message to her that I love her and I want to thank you. And I mean this. I want to thank you for being honest and giving me a great adventure and making me trust another living person again, because I thought I would never go through this predicament again until this special person showed me the way. So I love you, kid. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you again next time for whenever the adventure awaits.